Hey, Amanda. So nice to hang out and chat and see everyone, even though I can't see everyone. They're all on chat. So, yeah, nice to talk to everyone. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh. No. Oh, I can hear you.
I
Wait,
know,
can
they
everyone
can't
hear
hear.
me?
Now we got it. There we go. Okay, thank you, Matthew Poco. See? Hello, everyone.
Oh my god. Hello.
I'm Amanda Panda. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to You Think You Know, the interview series where we take the game You Think You Know Me and ask them as interview questions. And here on this episode, we're with Banana Chan, the amazing writer, board game designer, entrepreneur, boss lady, all the things.
Some stuff.
Just some stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So we're gonna be asking questions. I hope I got your pronouns right. I forgot to. It's
Yes.
Okay,
You did.
perfect.
Yes. This is perfect. Thank you.
Yes. It's very important. But welcome in, Matthew Poco. Thank you so much for letting me know I was muted. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to jump on in. But otherwise, we will be using the You Think You Know questions to ask Banana. So, Banana, let's just start with something easy. Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Hello, everyone. My name is Banana Chan. My pronouns are she, they, and he. I am the owner of a small RPG publishing company called Read Write Memory. I am an award-winning designer, screenwriter, and I do a lot of stuff in games. Some of my most notable work has been on John Should Blend the Banquet Hall, Revenant Society. I did some work for Betrayal at House on the Hill 3rd edition, and I also did some stuff for Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft a while back. So, yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. You're Canadian, right?
I am Canadian. I am Canadian Cantonese. So I grew up in Hong Kong, but I was born in Canada, and I lived in Canada for like 10 years, maybe 8 or 10 years total. So yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I moved to the US about 16, 17 years ago.
Yeah. Matthew Poco's Canadian too. So she's like, Canada.
Oh, hey.
But no, okay, so I was like, because I was confused. I thought you were in the US, but you're actually Canadian, but you're living in the US. That makes more sense to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Just for like...
Yeah, I currently live in the Seattle area, so it's basically like Canada, honestly. Like the weather's like Canada.
Rainy, a little overcast, but you have bright, sunny days in which everyone's out and about for the few hours or the day that you do it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Canada's very large, but I'm just like... it's like BC. It's basically like BC weather or like Toronto weather.
Yeah. I'm actually going to be up your way in a couple weeks because I'm going to meet with Anna Maria, who's also in the area. And then we're going to head on up to Vancouver for Terminal City Tabletop Con. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Food there is so good. I love the food in Vancouver. Oh,
another Cantonese Canadian, too, we're going to meet up, which is Pauline and Marie of Hot Banana Games. Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Another banana.
I know, right? Matthew Poco says, TC. Yes, I get to see Matthew and Shanana Rayner up there. That's going to be a lot of fun. You should go. They have a good RPG like section in board games. That's apparently the biggest West Coast board game con.
Oh.
But it's not that big.
I gotta look this up.
Yeah. Terminal City Tabletop Con.
Terminal City Tabletop Con. I'm gonna write that down right now so I don't forget.
Speaking of other things you've written down, I think you wrote down all the cons that some of us might be able to meet you at this year. Is that correct?
Yes. I wrote them down because I'm very forgetful. But I'll be at GaryCon in 2 weeks. I'm running... Oh gosh, how many games am I running? I'm running 3 different games. So I'm running Revenant Society, Juggernaut by Jason Morningstar, which is a LARP, and I'm doing a reading of Forgery. So it's not really like running a game, but I'm reading a game for everyone to play. And then I'm also going to Norwest Con. That's a local convention. It's like a sci-fi con. They do, oh gosh, is it the Hugos or Nebula Award? I don't know. I get those two mixed up all the time. But they're doing some sort of, one of the two big sci-fi award things there. And then I'm doing a signing at Geeky Teas in May
Burbank,
3rd.
California.
Yes, May 3rd. Not tomorrow. We
I was like,
chat
wait.
earlier.
It is only February. Wait, no, it's March. Never mind. I have no idea.
So I'm doing a signing at Geeky Teas in LA on May 3rd at 2 p.m. So if you are in the LA area, please stop by. I will be there for an hour. I think I'll be hanging out. And I'm also going to Geek Fest, another local convention in the Seattle area, from July 18th to 20th. And then my last con of the... Oh, wait, no, that's not right. That's not the last con of the year. I'm also going to PAX West. Shoot, I've got to write that down. So I'm going to CamCon, which is in September. That's in Canada. That's in Kamloops, BC. And then finally, I'm going to PAX West. And I don't remember when PAX West is. I think it's like December. Wait, is it December?
No, it's
October?
right after Gen Con, so like August.
Oh, it's August. Okay, so I got all the dates mixed up. So yeah, I'm very organized sometimes.
So you're not
today.
going to Gen Con this year then?
No, I'm not gonna go to Gen Con. I gotta save up my travel days and
Yeah.
try to restore myself and relax a little bit. But hope everyone else has a great time there. Are you going?
I am going. Well, I help put on the BIPOC Lounge. That's also why I'm asking. Because if we were there,
Nice.
we're gonna try to put some more RPGs into the lounge, along with board games. So yeah, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Cool.
But yeah, I had
Yeah,
a
I'll
great
donate.
time at your forgery reading at OrcaCon. That was fun.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'll donate a couple of copies to the BIPOC Lounge if you all want some.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. We'll see if we can find someone to run it as well, and then people can maybe like win it or something. But yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah. So Cosmic Beat, Matthew Coco, anyone who's watching, please let me know if there's any questions. Otherwise, we're gonna get right into it. You probably like I knew you from Jane Shi. That was my first thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you also had a board game, didn't you?
Yes, I had Chucky the board game recently. So that's this big boy right here. Oh, let's see. There we go. Chucky the board. Can you see this? Yes.
Yeah.
So I did Chucky the board game.
Oh my goodness.
That was my last board game that I worked on. I also did some contract work for Betrayal at House on the Hill and Betrayal at Mystery Mansion, which is the Scooby variant of Betrayal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I did any.
You did
other board
Unstoppable. You did the.
games. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of writing for Unstoppable. I did a little bit of writing for Warp's Edge. Oh gosh, yeah. It feels like both very long ago and also not that long ago at all. So I'm just like, my brain not really working.
Well, it does take a while for them to like finalize everything and then put it out and then Kickstarter and then
Right.
Kickstarter comes back, right? Yeah. But that's
Yeah,
so
exactly.
awesome. And if y'all are not seeing a theme, you like horror. Like you love
I
to be in
do.
that like genre.
I love horror. It's like my favorite. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite genre for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I am a big fan of horror movies. I mean, obviously Chucky, big fan of the franchise. I also love like the weird psychological stuff, especially right now. Like it feels like it's been banger after banger like coming out. I want to say 2024 was like a huge horror movie year. So
Oh,
I'm very
yeah.
excited for what 2025 is going to bring.
Oh,
But,
I thought you
yeah.
were talking about just the regular like U.S. political aspect is all horror all the time. No,
I mean,
we won't touch
that's
that.
not the horror I enjoy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't like living through horror,
Yeah.
but I love watching horror.
I think that's true for anyone, but yeah, I'm a scaredy panda. I'm a big scaredy cat. So I watch horror with my ears plugged through like slitted eyes, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
but I can appreciate it. Let's go through and go on with the first question. Is
Ooh.
I know you do or don't like to talk about money.
Ooh.
You can pass if you want to pass. Do you?
Oh, wait. Am I guessing if
No,
you like to talk about
no,
money?
I'm
Oh,
just
you're
asking
guessing
you.
if I...
Yeah. Do you
Oh,
like
do,
to?
do I...
Yeah. Do you like to talk about money?
Oh, I love talking about money. I'm a Capricorn, so
Oh, okay.
when it comes time to negotiating like contracts and stuff, I love talking about money. I'm just like huge fan of money. Number one fan. Please give me more. Um,
That's awesome.
uh, yeah, like I think that money really correlates to one's own sort of like health,
Hmm.
right? So like I think that financial health is really important. I think that's really good to take care of yourself and trying to get as much stability under your feet as possible so that
Hmm.
that way you can like thrive and create more. I think artists especially, like creatives especially, like, talking about money is really hard because you want to create like cool things and you want to create like art, right?
Hmm.
But obviously you still have to live, you still have to like take care of yourself, you still have to like pay those bills. So I think that's important for artists to be able to negotiate for a good pay,
Right.
so that way they can continue thriving and continue making the cool art that they want to make.
Yeah.
So that's just my take on money.
No, agreed. Do you talk to other like TTRPG writers and like compare? Because you know how in other spaces
Yeah.
and just regular like office jobs, you do want to do that because women are often paid less than men. But like, do you find that the same in TTRPG communities?
Yes, absolutely. So actually, I think a while ago, I want to say it's been, oh God, it was definitely pre-pandemic, but like Janaea Kemper was one of the people who was working towards this. But basically, a group of TTRPG people, they created a document that listed off like, how much they would like to get paid, what's like industry standard. So creating like an industry standard for the tabletop role-playing game industry when it comes to writing, because generally speaking I think that in sci-fi writing, when you're doing writing for a magazine or something like that, you don't get paid a lot. I think it's like generally it's like 2 cents a word for sci-fi writing in magazines.
Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah, but luckily, because tabletop is relatively new, it's like or it's not new in the sense that it hasn't been around for a while. In terms of it being like something that people try to make money at is like
Mhm.
something that's a little bit newer than other industries. Um, a lot of folks who did a lot of great work, they have been advocating for trying to make sure that people get paid the right amount. And so, industry standard, the last time I checked, because I haven't done freelance work in a while, was 10 cents a word. That
Okay.
was how much it was in 2020. It might have changed. It might be a little bit more now. It might be like, I don't know, 15 cents a word. I have no idea. It's been a while since I've done like freelance work like that. So just want to give a heads up, like, there are like people who really want to advocate for artists and writers and creatives trying to get paid like the proper amount so they can continue doing the stuff that they love.
Yeah, it's very important. I think it needs to be like there needs to be an industry standard for a lot of things, especially in board games and TTRPGs, just because it's such a small industry, and to not have like I know like content creators, we try to have an industry standard, but it also depends on how much the market can handle, and apparently the market cannot handle so much depending on like like how much exposure the game's gonna get, right? Versus like just trying to make sure that the game is seen by a good diverse amount of people, right? So yeah, it's very hard. It's hard out there, y'all. But
Yeah, it really
remember to
is.
talk to other people before you do any contracts, before you sign anything, before you decide on how much your time's worth. Talk to other people. Make sure that you're not undercutting other people, and make sure you're getting paid enough. That's very important. Yeah. Good
Yeah,
talk. Good
absolutely.
talk.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is a funny one. I know if you got arrested, it would be for. I feel like okay. Before you answer, this is my thing. I feel like it's gonna be just for your browser history. Just because you're in horror and you're a writer, you're gonna have like the worst like browser history. Everybody's gonna think you're like a murderer, you like to poison, you're just trying to I don't know, what
I
is your
frame
answer?
myself.
You would frame yourself, yeah, but only because you're trying to, research. I love like hearing all the research terms that certain like, steampunk or, murder mystery authors have to, search
Yeah,
all the time, right?
honestly, that's a very good guess. I was going to say like was gonna say petty theft. More, because that's more relevant to what I do rather than who I am as a person.
So you as a person would not, like steal things. But
No, absolutely
Yeah.
not. No, I mean, like, yeah, on the record, I would never steal anything. But like, because I'm thinking like I would probably get, I don't know, like accidentally steal a pack of gum or something. Like,
Mhm.
I would probably do that. Yeah, I'm like trying to think. Like, yeah, if I were to get arrested, it would definitely be like I feel like it would be for searching up like weird terms, like how to dispose of a body or something.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I've looked it up before, but we can't talk about that here.
Yeah.
What do you would get arrested for, Amanda?
Oh, me? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I not that I do this, but probably for bringing like fruits or veggies or something into the, across borders or something. Because I'm Chinese, and you're Cantonese, so our culture is very food oriented. And
Yeah.
anytime you go anywhere, you're buying food, you're bringing snacks and all that stuff. So Matthew's like exotic animal trade. Yeah, I just have a baby panda, in my backpack. That's what I would get arrested for. China would ban me because I stole a
It's an
panda.
emotional support animal,
I
though. Like, if it's an
know.
emotional support animal, I think it's okay.
Right. Thank you. See that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
clip this, and that's gonna be my lawyer's defense.
Yeah, exactly. You need that panda, otherwise you like.
I just
it's-
can't. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, you need it. You need
Exactly.
It.
Thank you. Now, this is an interesting question. I feel like as a writer, most writers are good at reading people because your characters are amazing and they're so
Oh, thank
well
you.
rounded and just so deep that I feel like you're good at reading people and then translating that into your characters and stuff. Is that true or not?
You. I think I'm good at judging people. I don't think I'm good at reading people, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm I'm actually quite judgmental. I don't think a lot of people know that or assume that from me, but I am pretty judgmental. Again, it's because I'm a Capricorn. I'm not trying to blame it on the zodiacs or whatever. I'm not trying to weaponize the zodiac, but I am relatively judgmental when it comes to people, and I think that I try to keep my circles pretty small because I don't like hanging out with big groups of people because that takes up too much mental space. So yeah.
So are you introvert then? Are you like, do you gain
Uh-oh.
energy from
Yeah.
other? Yeah, you're an introvert. Yeah.
I'm an introvert, yeah, through and through. I don't get energy from other people, to be honest. I mean, it depends on the person. Like, sometimes, like, if I like spending time with a person, then I would, like, get energy from it. But, yeah, generally speaking, I just like to keep to myself and make things and
Yeah.
judge people all day.
Sounds fun. Now, speaking of, yourself, I don't know. I couldn't guess. But are you a good cook?
I will tell you, I'm not a good cook. I'm a terrible cook. I like doing pasta. I am really good at making steak. So
Ooh.
my partner will tell you, Herb, like, is always just like, hey, you're really good at making steak, but at any other time, just stay out of the kitchen, please, because you will probably burn the house down. So yeah, it's kind of ironic because I made Jiangshi, but yeah. Maybe Sen's a really good cook. I feel like Sen would be a really good cook.
I feel like that too, but I don't know if he has time to do any cooking with all the stuff that
true.
he does. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so what's your best tip for cooking steak?
Okay, so for steak, it depends on the cut of meat. Sometimes when it's a little bit fattier or maybe a little bit tough, you want to hammer that shit out. Sorry, am I allowed to curse? I just realized.
PG-13. You're good.
PG-13.
But
Okay.
yeah.
You want to hammer that slab of meat as much as you can. And then try to dry it off so it's like
Okay.
very dry. And then just salt and pepper, and that's it. So you just want
Oh,
to do salt and pepper, 3 to 4 minutes each side. And from there, I typically, what I do, and I learned this from Alton Brown because I watched his show on cooking. I did not absorb anything else that he said on his show except for how to make steak.
okay.
And once you're done, so basically, once you're done with your steak, you get a bowl and you put the steak on the bowl, and that seeps all the juices out so that way you can reuse the juices and make a gravy out of it.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's
so
interesting.
steak, yeah, you're pretty much done with the steak. You just like have like a lot of juice, overflowing from this bowl, that's like placed upside down because it's just like soaking down the bowl, and yeah, you just reuse the juice to make a gravy.
So you always do a thin steak, right? Because you're pounding it out thin, right? And
Not
then
really, no, it's a pretty thick
oh.
steak.
Usually people say, yeah, you're supposed to rest your steak so that the juices reabsorb in. But that's interesting that you let it like soak out. That's so interesting. I just saw
Yeah.
something about tuna fish. Like you're not supposed to drain a
Ooh.
tuna fish because that's where all the omega-3 and the fats and the good stuff is. You're supposed to mix it into the tuna and it'll reabsorb into the meat. And then you can, mix in whatever you do with the tuna.
That
That's
makes sense,
interesting.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your favorite thing to cook? Do you cook?
I do cook. I think the thing I cook most often is like soups and noodle soups. So like, ramen
Oh,
soups and
yeah.
stuff. I just made oxtail soup. So I did oxtail with tomatoes and ginger and like for Chinese it's always ginger and garlic.
Yeah.
And then I took the oxtails out and put in daikon and carrots and finished it off. So that's what we had for dinner. So that's what I just
That's
cooked.
so good.
Yeah, it smells great in the house. I have to say, it really does smell
Oh,
great. Yeah.
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, but I'm a rice eater. I'm like my grandpa that I like to eat rice anywhere, anytime, even if it's a little salt or just a little, I like the flavor of rice. I'm not a big bread person. Like I will eat bread. I love bread. I enjoy bread, but that's not the first thing I go to. Or noodles. Like I like making noodle dishes, like spaghettis and, pastas and stuff, but that's not the first thing I gravitate towards. I also don't like mushy noodles. I like al dente noodles.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah.
ramen noodles are that thing. Like, it says on the packet, cook it for 3 minutes. I'm like, no, it's 1 minute and it's out. And then it will soften as I eat slowly or something. I always cut
Yeah.
the packet time by like 1 or 2 minutes, but that's just me. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have the al dente noodle.
Yeah, absolutely.
that totally
Even
makes
if it's
sense.
bad
Yeah.
noodles. Yeah. Um, okay, so this is an interesting one. If you could give your younger self advice, what would you
Ooh.
say?
I would say something that oh my God, this is gonna get into therapy territory, so I'm
That's
just gonna
totally
say
fine.
it.
Yeah, do it.
Something that my therapist said to me recently was, something that you're working towards is being more loyal to yourself. And
Oh.
so I would say to my younger self, it's okay to be loyal to yourself and to learn to appreciate being with you rather than trying to please other people. So that's what I would say.
I feel like that's a very good thing for anybody to hear, right? There's especially like women and Asian women. It's always, the culture is to please others. The culture is to take care of others. The culture is to give of yourself and not be selfish, right? But
Yeah.
I like this like, thing where you have to also balance. You have to, really take care of yourself, mental health breaks and stuff like that. And I'm glad more and more people are, going to therapy. I think every single person in this world needs a therapist. But that's just me.
Yeah. Seriously. No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have any good advice?
For my younger self,
Yeah.
I say just don't be afraid. Like I have so much anxiety right now. Like like I have
Oh.
I have was it anxious procrastination, and I just like I mean I learned to be okay alone, with the TV or like a book or something. And I think that's another thing that a lot of people don't understand is you need to be okay being by yourself with yourself and enjoy being alone.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to be with a partner. But I feel like like just yeah, just I've got so much anxiety right now. It's like, but this is the whole world we're living in. It is 2025, March 2nd, and if you know anything about the history, you know why in the
Oh,
United States. But yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no, I mean, I think just I would want to just like try new things and not care if it works out and just go for the job and not care if if you get it or not, like just do it, just go for it. But I feel like
Yeah.
that's the way that men or boys are pushed towards, right? Just do it, the Nike is for boys, sports and stuff like that. I'm like, no, we girls, we can just do it too.
Yeah, there's this great song I've been listening to. I gotta like show you the song. I don't know where it popped. It just started popping up in my feed, but it's called. I gotta find it. Um, I don't know where the band is from, but I kind of just like love the beat. I love the music.
Okay.
Uh, Wait, where is it? I was just listening to it. Oh, it's called Change It by Touch Talk.
Oh.
Um, and the lyrics are literally just like, you watch too much TV? Stop doing it. Just change it. It's just like, hate your job? Just quit. Um, you don't like the way you're living? Change it. So it's such a like, I don't know, it feels very Gen Z. I'm not Gen
Yeah.
Z, but like I love like that kind of mentality. It's so fun.
It is such an interesting mentality. It's so different from when I
Mhm.
grow up. I think I'm a millennial or elder millennial. I don't even know anymore. Let's just say I know what get off my lawn is, and I grew up where my parents had no idea where I was for most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like yeah, and like just basic information. Like I love watching these like videos of people asking Gen Z questions and they have no idea, and I'm like basic information. What's up with our
Yeah.
education? But anyways, yeah. I feel like it's a good way of thinking, but almost you have to balance. I think everything needs to be
Yeah.
balanced, right?
Mhm.
Right? Like just do
Mhm.
it, but then you need to be able to still eat and have a roof and that type of
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the next question. Okay, so this is I'm gonna allow you to swear. Just this is your one and only
Wait, can I get
swear.
one?
What is your
I get
favorite
one.
swear word? What is your favorite swear word?
I have to think about this one. I have to be selective now.
Yeah.
Um, uh, oh God, this is gonna be
It's funny because
difficult.
like all the times I've like met you and interacted with you in public, you're not a sweary person. But I think you do like to swear. It just like it
Yeah,
doesn't come across that you do swear a lot. But that's so funny. Yeah, I thought this was a
yeah.
funny question.
I don't think I swear a lot.
Yeah.
I do have some swear words that I would say I gravitate towards.
Okay.
Fuck is definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I would say fuck is definitely what. Oh God, I said it again. I'm trying to be very. I'm trying to be mindful.
Yes, yes.
Maybe not do more, but I'm definitely trying to be
Yeah.
thoughtful. um, but yeah, I would say fuck is probably up there. That's my number one.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's like all the different ways that you can say vagina as the second one.
I like that. I like that. We'll leave it at that. Okay, so I don't think you are too stubborn, but do you feel like you're very stubborn?
I don't think I'm stubborn. I wouldn't say I'm stubborn. I think I'm very I think I'm very reasonable. I'll say that. I'm
Okay.
stubborn about being reasonable.
Said it in a very stubborn way.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So the question is, I know you wish you were friends with. Is there like a horror writer or, screenwriter or author that you wish you could just sit down and chat with and, be friends with?
Yes, there are two people. So the first one is Clive Barker. I really admire his career. I really admire the way that he has been sort of almost obsessed with like the themes in his work. Because when you look at, and I don't mean just Hellraiser, I mean like all the short stories that he's written. I mean like, a lot of the stuff that he's written about Nightbreed, all of these short stories eventually turned into big films. And the visual style is very apparent, like it's very obvious that he has a visual style, even if it's just in writing. And I really like that. Something that I actually really admire about him is that he is very resilient or at least like, I don't know him obviously,
Yeah.
but like I've read about his career, I've read about his past, and he is actually very resilient as a person. I believe he was a sex worker for quite some time before he decided like, I'm just gonna become a writer. And eventually, after some time, he like made it big. I mean, like, we all think of Hellraiser as this iconic movie, but he also did Midnight Meat Train. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that I don't butcher it,
Okay.
because Midnight Meat Train. Yes, that is correct. The Midnight Meat Train. I feel like, he's done a lot of this work that that not a lot of people know about, just because there's so much of it. Like he's just been like working constantly trying to make sure that he he just doesn't give up.
Yeah.
And so that's what I find really inspiring when it comes to him and his career, and also just like the visual style of his work in general.
Right.
That's one person. The other person is Karen Kusama, because I am just a sucker for all of her work. So she did one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies is The Invitation. It is a horror movie, but it's a psychological horror movie. So I think, Amanda, you might be okay with watching this,
Okay.
because there isn't anything.
Like jump scares.
It's not like.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are no jump scares. There's
Okay.
absolutely no jump scares, because it's closer to like, how like Clive Barker, when we think of Clive Barker, we think like, Pinhead and like slasher and gore and like, a lot of body horror type stuff. Not to the degree of Cronenberg, but like definitely like a there's like weird, gross stuff that happens.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gore. But when with The Invitation, it's very psychological. So it's about a couple who goes to actually, let me take a step back. Have you seen the movie, first of all?
No,
Okay,
I have
cool.
no idea.
I
Yeah.
was just making sure I didn't assume. But I'm just like, oops, oh no, my light just went out. There we go. I'm just like very excited for this movie because it's such a slow burning movie, and it's about a couple who goes to a dinner party that's hosted by one of the people in the couple, his ex. So it's like his ex-wife who like disappeared for a little bit, and he's just like, what happened? Nobody knows. We're all here. All of our friends are here. We're gonna have a great time. But in the middle of the movie, they show a video which is just like this strange sort of like cult recruitment video.
Okay.
And throughout the dinner party, it's like slow burn, like, everyone's just like, oh, this is California. Like, people are just like that. It's just like normal. This is like normal behavior. But in the actual video, you see someone like die, like see someone like pass away. And so it's just like, is this normal? Is this not? Like, this is California, so maybe things are fine, maybe things aren't fine. And the lead character is like thinking the entire time, just like, this is messed up. Like all of this is messed up, but I don't want to say anything because I might seem like, like the person who is completely unhinged.
Right.
But as you're going through this movie, closer to the end, you realize that actually his his like instincts were right, like his gut was right, because this is a death cult and they were about to poison all of their guests and then potentially do more damage, right?
Right.
And so I just spoiled the entire movie for you, but like honestly, it's such a good movie. Like,
Don't watch it
there's-
anyways.
yeah, go watch it anyways, because it's very for anyone who's like watching this right now, it's close to Speak No Evil, that sort of like mentality of like, you know, you sort of end up gaslighting yourself because everyone around you is trying to, like, you know, make you feel comfortable because you're a guest. But then still they have these like weird, you know, strange undertones of like, you know, they're sort of sinister, but you can't tell because you don't want to be rude and you don't want to be like the unhinged person at a dinner party, and you don't want to be like, you know, a bad guest or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you know, these people who are there with you, they're like, you know, progressively doing weirder and weirder things. So what do you do? Do you stand
Yeah.
up for yourself? Do you leave? You know, it's like that strange psychological horror that I really love. So highly recommend it.
Now, okay, so what out of all the TTRPGs that you've written so far and, you know, published,
Yeah.
which ones would you want them to like read first? Like introduce let's say that's how they get to know you, is through one of your RPGs.
Oh my god. Okay, so I actually did write a invitation inspired LARP. And so if Karen Kusama read that, I'd be like, oh my god. Like, I hope it's accurate. And, you know, I mean, it's inspired, so it's like still very different.
Right.
But they do play like a video. So in the middle of the dinner party, it is a dinner party. It is actually from the anthology that Sadia Bees and I worked on called Suburban Consumption of the Monstrous, which is just a collection of LARPs you can play with anywhere between solo play to multiple players. So it could be up to like, I want to say like 8 to 10 players. Like that's like a larger group. And I think, yeah, the one that I wrote that's like the invitation inspired, that one's about like 8 to 10 players. And also for that one, it has a cult recruitment video, which me and 3 other my friends, Aaron Quintano Saez, Viditya Valetti, and Lucian Khan, we all like filmed it in
Nice.
like the suburbs of New Jersey, and we were just like, we're just gonna like make this video. Aaron was the cult leader. It was so fun. And so like if you're playing this game, you can like literally play the video in the middle of the game and then go back into playing, like go back into
Oh.
character and just play. So yeah.
Very interesting. That's so cool. So you have a new one that's coming out soon, right? On Backer Kit called Knockoff?
Yes, I
So
do.
what is that one about?
Yeah, so Knockoff is it's actually a sequel to another game that I wrote called Forgery. And for a little bit of context, starting with Forgery, Forgery is a solo journaling game. It's a horror game based around this woman. Her name is Tempest, and she's an art forger. And she is very disgruntled with how the art world treats her. She's just, you know, sort of down on her luck. And one day she gets commissioned to recreate a curse painting. And that curse painting, as you're like painting over you as a player, as you're like, you know, doing color by numbers, you are summoning the demon in the painting, and the demon comes to life and brings forth all of your deepest, darkest desires, but at the expense of the relationships around you and the people around you, and so on and so forth. Knockoff is about fashion. So instead of the painting world, we are now going into fashion. So you are preparing for New York Fashion Week. Your name is Marcos, so it's a different character. And Marcos is a fast fashion designer who is trying to just like, you know, be recognized, right? Like you're working in fast fashion, you're working in corporate, but it's just so hard to gain recognition. And so he is trying to do his best to think of something that's going to be suitable for Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, which happens twice a year. This is going to be, I don't know, I think it's like September or something. That's when it's set. But basically, we're trying to figure out what is the cool thing. And so Marcos eventually finds a sketchbook at an estate sale, and it has a cursed drawing, like a croquis, that's basically like a drawing of a dress. So it's like a sketch of a dress that he eventually recreates. So he starts recreating this dress. As he's recreating this dress, he's initially using fabrics, and then he starts using body parts. And so you're spoiler alert. So the demon actually gets summoned, and it's the same demon, and the same demon is trying to help Marcos through his creative journey in ways that might not be very helpful. So people in his life, he's just like sacrificing a lot of like his his relationships. The people around him are just getting more and more unhinged. He's getting more unhinged, and things just go like absolutely bonkers. And eventually, you end up with a cursed dress as you're walking down the runway with your creation.
So
in Fashion Week.
In Forgery, you were coloring it in. Now in this one, are we actually like fabric sewing, or are we just coloring in again?
Yeah, so you are cutting and pasting fabrics. So in the book itself, it's going to come with a whole bunch of different swatches of fabrics. Those fabrics are they're paper, so it's just like photocopies or pictures of different fabrics that you can cut and paste over a croquis. So the dress model. So the dress model itself has a similar sort of mechanic with the paint by numbers, where it's like it labels it's labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the various different chapters that you're going to be encountering. And based on the fabrics that you choose, similar to Forgery, where based on the colors that you choose, you are determining the outcome of the story. So it's got a little bit of like a choose your own path, choose your own adventure type of element there.
That's cool. That's really cool. And I just put the link into the chat for those of you who are interested in checking out that one. When does the backer is it backer kit? Yeah, backer kit start April what?
Yeah, it is April 9th. Let me double check that actually. I think it's April 9th. It should be April 9th. Let me double check. April 9th at 8 a.m. Pacific.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I just had to put you on the spot a little bit. Okay, so let's go a little silly. I know you'd prefer to be a whale or an elephant.
Ooh.
Would you rather be a giant thing in water or a giant thing in on land? Or like, I wonder, like, we don't know if whales have good memories. We know that elephants have good memories.
Yeah. I think I would rather be a whale.
Mm.
And I think it's because, yeah, like I feel like whales just hang out, and I mean, not that elephants do a lot, but like I'm just like thinking about like what's your day to day like, right? Like what does an elephant do all day? Well, like sometimes they have to hang out with humans, and that probably kind of sucks. And so like whales don't do that. They just hang out in the ocean all day and eat krill or fish sometimes.
Yeah.
And talk to other whales and make whale songs. So yeah, that sounds great, honestly.
I honestly would have chose whale too. I don't know. It's just yeah. Okay, so we know you like horror, but do you like to scare yourself? Like, do you like roller coasters?
Oh, I hate roller coasters. Well, do you like roller coasters, Amanda? Okay,
so as a child, I didn't like roller coasters because I was like afraid of the heights, right? And then as an adult, I figured that I'm okay with roller coasters now. But then the more I'm okay with roller coasters, the less scared I am, so the less fun kind of weird thing it happens, So I guess I do like roller coasters, but I guess it depends on what it is. I still am very, hesitant on the loopy-loop. There's too many times when people are stuck upside down, and I'm like, oh, hell no, I will die. So
yes, thank you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know. I think you believe in magic. Do you believe in magic?
I do, but not in the sense that people... I don't think... It's a certain type of magic. So that the This is hard to explain because I'm literally reading like a book on the occult and magic right now. But I was reading the foreword, and the way that they describe magic is really interesting because they don't describe magic in a sense that it's like you do some stuff and then some stuff happens out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's more like magic is performance art for one person, and that's you.
Oh,
And so they describe magic in a way that's like really boring, but it's like, oh, I kind of
that's
like this. It's like
interesting.
performance magic for one. Like I love
Yeah.
that. So I do believe in the power of not manifestation, but like the power of like belief. Like I think that
Hmm.
if you believe in yourself, then you can probably achieve great things. Is that magic? I mean, I
I
feel
mean,
like it's similar.
it's actually scientifically proven the way you think about yourself changes your brain chemistry, which changes how you do things. But yeah, that I think that it's kind of cool. And if you talk to someone that doesn't know science, they would think it's magic. I don't know, it's very magical
Right.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
was talking to a person who knows a lot about neuroscience. I think they're a neurologist. I don't know. I should have probably asked first. But we were talking about how like kids' brains are smoother than like adult brains
Hmm.
because not because they're dumber. This is a misnomer actually. Like the
Right.
whole like smooth brain thing. That's a misnomer. What it actually is the creases in your brain are formed via basically like going through what did he say? He said it in a really cool way, and I don't think I can quote him on it, but basically he said that it's because it's like patterns of behavior, and so
Mhm.
like once you're getting used to that behavior, that's what causes like the ridges and like
Ah.
the wrinkly bits in your brain because you're like you know making connections and you're like basically creating behaviors that are long lasting. And so we were talking about like behavioral change and like how do you like make better behaviors for yourself.
Right.
And so we were just chatting, we were just yapping, but yeah, that's just
I love how
what I
nerdy
thought about.
you just yeah. I love how we all nerd out sometimes. Like I was talking to friends about like being able to visualize colors or like dream in color, versus
Yeah.
those that cannot. But then how do like artists who cannot visualize color or visualize, in color,
Mhm.
dream in color, how can they like visualize what they're gonna do and like see like know what colors they want and stuff. So it's just very
Yeah.
interesting. I love all these nerdy chats. But yeah, like
Yeah.
it makes sense, right? Because if you need to connect this
Mhm.
action with this action, then you're touching them in your brain and causing the things. But then how do you unglue them, right? You would have to it's very hard to break that habit. And I feel like
Right.
yeah, that's what we need to
Yeah.
do. We need to break
Yeah.
some habits that have been ingrained to us by well-meaning
Right.
people, but not the best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh, let's talk about something that board gamers always talk about, and I made so many people hungry this morning. What's your
Hmm.
favorite dessert? Do
Oh
you
God, I have
like
so many.
dessert?
I love dessert. No, I love dessert.
You have a sweet tooth? Are you an
Yeah,
Asian
I
sweet tooth or
do.
like more of a American
I got
European?
both. Both.
You
Like
just like
dessert
sweet.
is my favorite food. Yeah, dessert's just my favorite food. Um, I so like with Asian sweets, I really like uh like the ginger tofu,
Uh-huh.
like the
Uh-huh.
ginger tofu soup. I love that. Like
Yeah.
that I love. I love like the herbal
Jelly, the black jellies.
yeah, the
Yeah.
jelly thing. Yeah, the
Yeah.
herbal jelly thing with the I don't know what it's called, like the syrup. I
Yes.
love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Longan, like I love like the like because sometimes they put like the fruit in it, like
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
what's call it, like
The
Logan,
Logan.
like
Yeah, Logan. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Logan. Is it called
Yeah.
Logan? Oh my God, of
Logan
course.
lychee.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Love that. Um, and then I also love a good crepe. I love crepes. Crepes are so
Mm,
good. I love donuts
yeah.
too. Donuts are so good.
Do you like a
I'm trying to
yeasty or a cake donut? Or both?
Oh, I love a cake donut. Oh my God, sour cream
Oh.
cake donut. Oh,
Oh.
they're so good.
What about mochi
Yeah.
donuts?
Oh, I love mochi donuts. Oh, love them all. There's this great place in New York called Ali Mama.
Oh.
And wait, is it Ali Mama? Yeah, Ali Mama. It's like a play on Alibaba. So I'm
Yeah.
like, It's Ali Mama. Okay. But they have the most incredible mochi donuts I've ever had. And they have all these different flavors. And when you go into the shop, you're thinking, oh, it's probably like another one of those Instagram places because they make their food all pretty. But the food is actually really good. Like the desserts are incredible. They have boba filled cream puffs that
Oh,
are the best I've ever had. Like I
oh,
tried going anywhere else because after they popularized it,
yeah,
I tried going to other places
yeah.
and they're just not as good. Like this place, I don't know what they do to their crust. It's like a crusty like
Ooh,
thing.
I'm
I'm
saving
not good
it.
with food terms, but like it's so good. Alimama is incredible.
Ali
They have
Mama Tea in on Bayard
yeah,
Street, New York, New York. Gotta go next
love that
time.
place. Yeah.
Oh
It
man.
survived the pandemic. That's like how good it is.
Oh, good. That's good. So many
Yeah,
sad. It
in
was
New
so
York.
sad. So many people, like, so many things, like, we lost during the pandemic. But yeah. But yeah. Okay. Good to
Seriously.
know. If we want to be in your good graces, we should bring some kind of dessert.
Yes, yes, always. Cheesecakes. I love cheesecakes.
Oh, any flavor? Any flavor cheesecakes, or do you like
Oh
certain
God,
cheese?
strawberry. Love strawberry
Strawberry.
cheesecake. Yeah, so good.
Nice. Okay, so I would have I don't know. I think that you do believe in life after death. Do you?
Yeah, I do actually. I do believe in I believe in reincarnation, but I don't believe in a higher power. Like I
Okay.
don't I think that like a lot of people think that, if you believe in reincarnation, then you believe in a higher power, but I believe that like energy just gets transferred to something else. So like
Yeah,
I guess it's like a very Buddhist or Taoist way of thinking.
but it makes
Yeah.
sense, right? Like energy cannot be made or lost. It just gets recycled in a way, right? Yeah.
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 Yeah. So you end up being like, I don't know, a plant or something. So it's like
I don't know if I don't know if I'd rather be a plant or an animal. I guess it depends, right? It just depends.
yeah. Well, okay, so if you get reincarnated into a plant,
Yeah.
like would you even know that,
Yeah, you wouldn't,
like would you
right?
even know? Yeah.
I don't think you would. You wouldn't have the memory. But if you get
Yeah.
reincarnated into an animal, you might have that memory of certain stuff happening. Or like just that
Right.
knee-jerk like muscle memory reaction, right, to certain things. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so if you could get reincarnated into any animal, what would it be?
Ooh, that's hard. I mean, pandas have a good life. I just have to say it. Pandas have a good life. All they do
Yes,
is they
they
run around, they
do.
eat, they play,
Yeah.
maybe procreate just a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're just so casual. I mean, even red pandas. It would either
Yep.
be a giant panda or a red panda. I feel like other animals, their lives are so hard sometimes. Like if you think about
Yeah.
cats, you have to like actually go and kill and to eat. Or like if you
True.
think about like poor polar bears right now, they're just having such a hard time. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know if I want to be a house cat. I don't think I would want to be someone's pet. It's just a 50-50 on
Yeah.
whether or not they'd be good or not.
That's
Yeah.
true. Actually, that's a really good point. A panda sounds like a very, like being a panda sounds like a very nice life, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No
Yeah.
one's coming to like hurt you. You don't have any,
Yeah.
predators. So,
If you're
yeah.
a protected panda in like a
Yeah.
conservatory and you're just like messing with the zookeepers all the
Absolutely.
time,
Yeah.
you're just eating, I don't know, bamboo all day. Like that sounds great,
Yeah.
honestly. What a life.
I know, right? So jealous.
Yeah, sign me up. Just kidding.
But then you couldn't be in the horror. I mean, I guess you would have to have like where you would have four horror movies like playing in the background all the time so that you can have some
Oh yeah, I'd be a
fun
very picky panda.
Okay, so this is a very important question. What is your form of self-care? What's your favorite form of
Oh.
self-care?
Oh, I love going to the spa.
Oh, like Korean
Yeah.
spas with the
Oh, I
shrubs
love Korean
or
spa.
yeah.
Yeah, I love Korean spa. I love going to the whatchamacallit, it's like the hot, it's not a hot spring, but it's like the hot
The hot tubs?
water
Like
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not really a hot tub. It's just like the thing that you just dip into and then you come out of it and then you go into cold water and then you go
Oh.
back and forth. But yeah,
Yeah,
love
hot
K
tub.
spas. Yeah,
Yeah.
love a
Yeah.
K spa. Love. I like getting my eyebrows done every so often. I get my eyebrows
Do you
done.
do plucking or threading?
I do threading.
Okay, or waxing.
Yeah,
Yeah, threading's good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I love. There's this great person I go to in Seattle, and yeah, she's a gem. Love her. But
Nice.
yeah. What about you? What's your favorite form of self-care?
Sleeping. I think napping. That's the way I self care a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
another thing that the person I was talking to the other day told me that with sleep is important because throughout the day you get like dopamine and like cortisol and like all these other things that build up in your brains,
Yeah.
and sleep is supposed to reset all of that because your spinal fluid flushes all of it out and like makes it go away.
Oh,
And
interesting.
so yeah, that's what he said. I don't know. I mean, he's like into neuroscience or whatever, so I'm trust him. But yeah. So that's an interesting thing about
That
sleep.
is
It's very
interesting.
important.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There you go. You have to get some good sleep. Um,
Hmm.
so I always wanted to ask you, like, what is your like? Do you have a favorite makeup brand? Because you always look so put together. Your skin's
Oh,
beautiful. Like, do you have a good skincare routine that you want to share,
well,
or is
thank
it just
you.
genetics?
I mean, I mean, we're Asian. It's like always genetics, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Um, but I use CeraVe
Okay.
for my the cleanser. I love the CeraVe cleanser, which is just like drugstore. It's just drugstore
I
stuff.
mean, it works, right? It
Um,
works.
yeah, because it's dermatologist approved. If it's dermatologist approved, it has to be good, right? Or
Yeah.
maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like reading into the branding too much. But yeah, I love CeraVe. It's been doing wonders to my skin. I use a toner. I don't remember what the toner's name is. It's again another drugstore thing that I buy from the drugstore. I use moisturizer. Sometimes I use eye creams. Oh, sorry, that's my alarm. But yeah, it's just like the stuff I get from the drugstore.
No, that works. That's good. Yeah, Kima says it's
Yeah,
gentle. Yes, welcome in, Kima. Do y'all
yeah.
in the chat have any questions for Banana? We're going to go a few more and take your questions as well, and then we're gonna head on out. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, that's also a good one. Let me see. Ooh, okay. These are all good questions. Let's do this one. What is your favorite age so far? Like, what year of living is your favorite so far?
Oh, uh, uh, uh. I mean, I like how things are right now. Um, I do like my age right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 36, so
Very
I
young, yeah.
like my age. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
No, like I've
Um,
always said when if I ever had to, get transformed into a vampire where I have to stop aging or a werewolf or whatever, I think mid
yeah.
30s is perfect. Yeah, like 35. You're
Yeah.
not too young where people don't take you seriously. You're old enough
Yeah.
that people take you seriously, but you're not too old that people, just be like,
Mhm.
you have energy to do stuff, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great
Yeah,
age.
I love the 30s. If it's a decade, then I love the 30s.
Yeah.
30s are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
What about you? What's your
body.
favorite age?
Well, I would have to agree, but like late 30s, your body's already like, "Pfft, I'm gonna break up. I'm gonna break out. This is gonna like stop working well, and that's gonna stop working well. So I think 35 is like the perfect like age where your body's still at almost peak condition. So yeah, but if you're a
Mhm.
vampire or werewolf, it wouldn't affect you. But yeah,
Oh, that's true. I wonder if vampires or werewolves are always in pain though. Like, do they
oh,
always have achy joints?
oh,
I
that's
feel like
interesting.
I don't know.
Well, but they
Yeah.
heal. I feel like werewolves would heal and then not be in pain, right? Because they have to heal
That's
from transformations.
true.
But like I feel like
Okay.
with vampires, always be achy because they don't get enough protein and collagen, and so their joints are never lubricated, so they're always like
Yeah. Yeah, it must be so painful being a vampire. You're
yeah,
like living to what, like 200, 300 years old,
yeah,
and you still look the same, but everything else like kind of
yeah.
aches.
Maybe that's why they're always so grumpy.
Yeah, maybe exactly. That's why they drink blood.
Yeah, there you go. Kima says late 30s, not great, can confirm, and vampires have energy because they get all the iron. That's true. They get the iron.
Oh, okay.
But that
Yeah.
doesn't mean they're not pain. I think that would be a very funny like story to have like these old grumpy vampires that are like, we're floating because it helps our joints, like it's not impacting our joints, so we don't like to
Right.
walk, we like to float, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's so funny.
I mean, that sounds like an easier way to just, I don't know, just get
Be-
anywhere.
just-
Like
yeah.
an easier form of transportation. Yeah.
I would have to agree. Yeah. Kimla, they have muscle atrophy like astronauts. Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
interesting. Right? Because they couldn't, if
Ugh.
they worked out, they don't get protein. How would they wouldn't be able to
Right.
build muscle, so they would never bulk up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
No.
don't want to be a vampire. It doesn't sound fun. Ugh.
Well, yeah, that's interesting, right? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so do you think that aliens exist?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think aliens exist. I don't think that they're like exciting though. I think they're like, I don't know, like boring little shrimp or something. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
there's so many planets and literally like star systems like we don't even, know about. And like, yeah, on some of those planets they just have some boring shrimp, and that's the aliens that they have. You know?
Yeah, like little space sea monkeys. Yeah. Yeah, Kima, I can totally
Yeah.
see that. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you believe in aliens?
I don't think that we can be in this massive universe and be the only sentient creatures. I mean, of course, there's all these microbes that will definitely be out there somewhere. There's some planet with a whole bunch of
Yeah.
microbes or our proto whatever, things, goos that birthed us, right? I don't.
Yeah.
But I heard someone say that if there was sentient beings, they would be like, oh, we're staying away from Earth. Like, no,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
We don't want to deal
Yeah.
with those types of people. Like, come on. If they were really smart and intelligent, would they really be interested in us? That's my question. And no.
Either that or they would do like experiments on us. Like,
Oh,
not
yeah.
in the sense, like, I don't think that they would do like experiments in the sense that, they would like, I don't know, probe people or kidnap people or whatever. I think they would like literally just be like in The Sims, like, oh, if this
Yeah.
thing happened, what would happen? Like, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
where it's
that's
just
why we
like
have deja vu, because they reset, or like why we have
Right.
the Mandala
Yeah.
effect, right? Because they just like try to tweak something and see who really recognizes it. It's
Yeah.
almost like a
They're
toy
just
to
messing
them.
with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean we would mess with them like that too. So makes sense. Matthew Poco says vampire roommates that all end up in Norway due to access to cheap fish out. Oh my
They need that
goodness.
collagen.
Yeah, they need that. Yeah, they need that fish oil.
Yeah.
Kima watched Den. I don't want those aliens. I haven't watched that one. Den.
Oh, yeah, the anime. Yeah,
Ah.
I saw like the first few minutes of it. I gotta actually like sit down and watch it. But yeah,
I
it looks
will
really
watch
fun. It looks very fun.
Okay, so back to food. Do you prefer sushi or ramen? That's a hard one for me.
Sushi.
Yeah,
I love sushi.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Because you got variety. If it's like
Yeah.
ramen, I mean, I guess you get variety with ramen too. But
You like
I don't know, I just love
sashimi or
sushi.
rolls or everything in between?
Oh, everything. I love it all. But I usually don't really go for like the special rolls, like the stuff with like the tempura rolls with too much stuff in it. I don't really go for those. But I do love like a nigiri or like a sashimi.
Yeah.
Uni. Oh my
Uni's
god.
so good. Yeah, Yellowtail's my
So
favorite.
good.
But yeah, I went
Oh,
one time to, I think it was Long Beach. There's a port, and you can go there at like 4 in the morning and buy fresh uni from the catches. Yeah, but then you have to go home and break it open and clean all the stuff. But
Oh.
yes,
No. Nope.
you have a partner for that.
That's true. He could handle it. I would
Yeah.
probably like, I don't know,
Stab
poke
yourself.
it through
yeah.
my. Yeah. I don't trust myself with it. I would poke myself in the eye with it.
Yeah. Let's see. Have you climbed a mountain? I mean, you're in Seattle now. You no,
No.
you don't go
No.
hikes.
No. I mean, like, I like going hiking, but I don't think it's climbing a mountain. That's not, I climb hills. Seattle is hilly.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's so hilly. The first time last year, first time going to Seattle for PAX West. I was like, this is San
Oh, God.
Francisco Hills. Like, what the hell? I was like, I'm so out of breath. Ah.
Yeah, it's too much. So no, I haven't climbed a mountain, but I've climbed Seattle. So
There you go. Yeah. Do you like dive bars?
yeah, I like a good dive bar. Yeah. I mean, it depends on my mood and it depends on the dive bar.
That's true. Yeah.
But generally speaking, I like dive bars.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. They usually have really good food. So surprisingly,
Ooh.
so coming from the East Coast, I always thought like dive bars are gonna have bad food,
Yeah.
and even worse service. But that's what you go to a dive bar for, right? But moving to the West Coast, I've noticed that you get incredible service and you also get incredible food. And I'm like, this is not what and you also get lottery tickets. I'm like, this is not what a dive bar is.
Yeah.
But like you still get the same, like, drinks and stuff. Like all the drinks are the same. It's just that the definition of a dive bar here is very different from what I'm used to over in New York and New Jersey, where it's like crappy little bar. Everyone goes because they're friends with the bartender and they're just going to be rude to you because you're friends with them. So yeah, and the food
Interesting.
always sucks.
Oh, that's so interesting. I never knew there was a difference, but I don't really stay a lot of time in the East Coast. The most time I go to East Coast is for PAX Unplugged, but yeah. Kima has a question. What's your favorite pub grub?
Pub grub. Okay, so since moving here, love club sandwiches. So the club sandwiches here are so good. Like in the like when you go to a pub, or sorry, a dive bar. They call them dive bars here. But like the dive bars here, they have like incredible club sandwiches. I also went to another dive bar that had like clams. It had like, yeah, I was just like, what is this? Like, this is not this is not dive bar food. This is
I
like
know.
real restaurant quality food, and it
Yeah.
was so good. It was like and it was like cheap too. I was like, why is it cheap and why is it so good? Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, that's my favorite right now. If I'm going back to the East Coast, then I would not order food. I will order. Oh, you know what? Actually, the one thing I might order is a pickled egg. So pickled eggs,
Oh.
love them.
Okay.
Yeah, they do great pickled eggs on the East Coast, but that's the only thing I would probably eat at a dive bar.
Interesting. Okay, so
Yeah.
so now you all know if you're East Coast dive bar and you're used to West Coast dive bars, they're not the same. Don't eat there.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Mayo Canada, welcome in, says my local gas station has a club sandwiches because the bread is so hard you can club someone over the head with it.
That is so funny.
I know. Kim was like, I expected you to say fries or like deep fried pickles or something. Mozzarella sticks. Yeah.
No, the dive bars here are so good. Like in Seattle, like the Seattle area, I don't know what's going on. Like it's the same thing with like the queer bars here too. It's like the food is so good. I'm just like kind of confused. But also I'm not gonna complain. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna complain about good food at like, a dive bar that has, food half the price that it should be. Like it's just I don't know. I'm not gonna complain about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I love all the little mini microbreweries too that have like really good like
Yeah.
pizzas and stuff. And then they have outdoor seating and you can have all these dogs around you. I just love that. That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Come on, complaining about the good food, she says, Mary Ken. Let's get a little morbid and then we'll pick on up. We have 3 more questions and then any
Ooh.
questions from you all, so make sure to put it in chat. What is one thing you want to do before you die?
Uh, I want to make a movie. That's it. That's about it. I just want to make a movie,
So
and then I
what
can
people
die
don't
happy.
know is that you are like script writing, right? You're getting into the Hollywood scene.
Yeah. So I'm a screenwriter now. And yeah, I can't say anything. That's the problem. Like I can just say that I'm like writing screenplays. That's
Is
about
it
it.
is it TV show or movie or like
Oh, features only. Yeah.
okay, movies only. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, given the current landscape of things, it's just like kind of
Yeah.
hard to do TV. But yes, I would like to make a horror movie
There you
one
go.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
what
will
about you? What's
soon.
one thing?
You will soon.
Th- Thank you.
Yeah. It sounds weird, but I want to fall deeply, madly in love, like crazy, out of my mind. I don't know what I'm doing, why am I, like acting this way type of thing, but only for a short period of time. Like for maybe like a week. I want to just be like crazy, madly in love. Um, and
Yeah.
have someone madly in love with me, right? But for a week, and then we go back to reality, and then we're just
Yeah.
normally in love with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that one of those
Yeah.
things that is always dramatized and romanticized and all that stuff. And it's just one
Yeah.
of the things that yeah, be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to Italy?
I have. I love Italy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Italian men. Oh my God. Um, just saying.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm like following a couple of American women that hooked up with Italian men, and then talking about how these men are how different it is America versus Italy, and it's just so funny.
Mhm.
Kimma says I always go for poutine in Canadian dive bars. Does Canadian dive bars have good
Oh,
poutine?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do actually. Okay, so all right, maybe I'm just giving the East Coast a bad name. Um, no, like Toronto has good dive bars. Toronto's got some really nice spots. I don't know if they're still there, but I remember the last time I was there, they had some really good dive bars. I actually used to hang out at this one music venue called the Cathedral
Oh.
for punk shows, but I don't know if it's there anymore. It's not a dive bar, but anytime I think about Toronto, I have fond memories of the Cathedral.
Nice.
Cathedral with a K.
I haven't been to East Coast Canada yet. I've done Vancouver, I've been to Banff. I've been, like towards the middle, and then we stop and we go back. It's like I haven't gone to the other side yet. But yeah.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I feel like in general, like anytime I go to a dive bar in New York, it's just been like you go for the community, you go for your friends, and you go for the people that you know. You don't go for food.
Yeah.
You go next door for food, and
Yeah.
then you come back with your fried chicken, and you continue drinking, and the bartender's not going to care if you're bringing food from the place next door because they're just like, oh yeah, we know our food sucks. Like, go get your real food next door and then come back.
Nice. Kima says, Banana Chan, you gotta tell me the names. I'm gonna be there for Breakout Con in 2 weeks. Oh, the names the
Oh,
of the Toronto places that you think she should go to for food.
oh. So there is like a food hall area that is oh gosh, I haven't been back in like 5 years, like 5 or 6 years, but there is like a food hall that has a really good coffee shop there that does, I believe, rainbow lattes. And the rainbow lattes are it's just like a normal like vanilla latte, but it tastes so much better because it's rainbow. Um, and I don't remember the name of the coffee shop. I want to say it's Bulldog Coffee, but I could be completely wrong. Let me just check real quick because I could be wrong. No, it's called Bulldog Coffee. Yes, Bulldog Coffee. They have the rainbow lattes. They're incredible. Um, that was yeah, that's right by that's inside like the food court thing. And I don't remember the food court thing's name. It's been too long. But that place is good. I enjoyed it the last time I was there. I don't know if it's like gotten better or worse or whatever, but the last time I went there, it was like it had all these awards, like coffee awards and stuff. So, yeah, that's one
Awesome.
place I
There you go.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
There used to also be this really cool place called the Fun House, which is an immersive art installation. It was like literally they got a brownstone, like a house, and converted the entire inside into like an immersive art installation. I don't think it's there anymore
Oh,
because, again, pandemic killed a lot of things. But uh, maybe the space has been converted into something cooler. I don't know.
yeah.
I hope it has.
I agree, Mayor Canada. They say that the Funhouse sounds like a setting for a horror movie.
Oh God, yes. Honestly, if you go inside, it like looks like there's some spaces that look like a horror movie. And I don't know how to explain it. It's just such a cool space.
Yes. Okay, yeah, Kiva just looked up. It looks amazing. I guess it's still around. My
Is
husband
it
says
really?
poutinis. Poutinis. Ah, okay.
Oh my God. Yes. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, I was so worried that Oh wait, it says it's permanently shut down on Google.
Oh no.
Welcome to the Funhouse. Is it still around?
Oh,
Is it
oh wait,
live?
or I think she was talking about the Bulldog coffee, maybe.
Oh, Bulldog Coffee. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, that's good to hear.
Have you heard of Smokey's Poutine? Smoked poutine?
Yes. Okay, so they
Yeah.
do a lot of different kinds of poutines there. And I would say just like get the original to start, but then they have like different flavors. I don't know if they still have it. I remember they had like a kimchi poutine, but
Ooh,
I don't know if they still have that.
that's
Let me
interesting.
just check. Yeah, I don't want to like give the wrong information, but I swear I had a kimchi poutine there. Um, oh, they have butter chicken poutine. Oh my God, it's so
Ooh,
good.
and yeah, they have a pulled pork and a kimchi poutine.
Yes,
Yeah. So,
so good.
Mayor Canada says, start with the routine poutine. That's true. The OG. That's really cool. There is a poutine place like that in the Anaheim Packing District. The
Oh,
little food store, but they don't have. I don't know if they have like actual real poutine. That's the thing. The classic poutine. I don't
yeah,
know yet. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Penultimate question: are you a morning person or a night owl? I feel like you're a
I'm a
night
morning
owl.
person.
No, really.
I'm a morning person. Yeah, I wake up at 6:30 every day.
So that alarm
Go
must
to
tell
bed.
you to go to bed at 9, which is right now, right? Or no, like, oh, it's only 6 for you.
It's
Like,
6:20.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that alarm was for me to take my cholesterol medication.
Okay. We'll get off
No,
soon.
I know, right?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I'm a morning person. I wake up early. I try to work out in the morning
Oh,
and
nice.
or go for a walk or whatever, and
Yeah.
then get to work. But yeah, are
Nice.
you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm a what do they call it? Fatigued pigeon. I'm neither a morning person or a night owl. Like yes, I can wake up early, but I'll
Yeah.
grumble until I'm actually out of bed. Like the hardest thing for me to do is get out of bed, but once I'm out of bed and like started
Mm.
eating, I'm fine, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I will grumble, in the morning. But if you can get me out of bed, I'm fine. Like I can get out of bed at 4 a.m. to go to the airport. I might not be the most happy
Oh.
person, but I'm fine, right? Or I could stay
Mm.
up until 2 a.m. I might be just like a zombie, but I'd be fine. But yeah, I'm one of those middle where I don't want to wake up before 11, and I go to sleep probably I should go to sleep around 11, but I probably will be on my phone on YouTube or Shorts or whatever social media until like midnight, or I'm listening to audiobook.
Intuition.
Yeah, so I'm the pigeon in the middle. I don't know
I
what they're
love
called.
that, honestly. Do you follow, I don't know if you have TikTok still.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I deleted my TikTok as well, but when I had TikTok, I used to follow this woman who uh took care of a pigeon.
Oh,
And she would always have like she would call it like pigeon propaganda, but basically there was this one video where she was like, you can just pick up a pigeon from the street and keep it as a pet. They're just like free pets.
oh wait.
It's the funniest thing ever.
I would have to say, be careful of that. They're not the cleanest animals. Just be careful. You don't.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So you would probably have to clean the pigeon after you pick the pigeon up. Just like a disclaimer, if anyone's
Yeah.
like thinking about getting a free pigeon
Yeah.
from the street, because they are free,
Yeah.
you probably have to clean the pigeon and make sure it's up to date with its shots. And
Yeah, they have so many diseases. I was watching like you know how there's like zoos have like shows and stuff, and they're like this pair of pigeons. I don't know exactly what type of pigeon, but they're like the worst parents. Like as soon as they lay eggs, they have to like switch it out for like fake ones, or else they'll just kill, because the only like way they make nests is like 2 sticks and a prayer. That's how they make their nests, and yeah. They're just
yeah, pigeons are just not very good parents.
yeah, we don't know how they stay alive and can propagate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of bird flu and everything, a lot of zoonotic diseases. Yeah, just be careful with the pigeon.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe just actually, you know what? Don't pick up any pigeons from the
Yeah,
street.
yeah.
I feel like I'm just like giving bad information or bad advice to people. Don't pick up pigeons from the street. That's not right now. Maybe later.
Yeah, no, yeah. When we
yeah,
have
maybe
a
when-
cure or something, yeah. Mary Candace says the worst pigeon is a stool pigeon. Nikki the nose. Oh my god, that's funny.
Wow.
Okay, so my last question, but might not be your last question. Depends on if y'all in the chat have any questions. But if you dedicate your life to saving one animal, what animal would you choose?
I would say like a species or like just like one singular animal.
Let's do a species.
Okay, I would say flamingos, because I don't think a lot of people know this, but flamingos, they're kind of dying out. Like
Oh.
they're not doing so hot right now because of global warming.
Oh.
And so I believe there's 6 different types of species of I was about to say pigeon, flamingo. Oh my god. There's 6 different types of flamingo, or species, and yeah, like global warming's kind of messed up their migration patterns, and so I think this isn't recent anymore, it's probably been like a couple of years, but there was a picture of baby flamingos just like carcasses of them like
Oh.
on the beach because they're just like not doing so well.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I love flamingos. I want to see them alive. So yeah,
And flourish.
I would say flamingos. Save the flamingos.
Oh, that's good. Y'all know it's pandas for me, but they're okay right now. Yeah. Kima says, "Can I get a free flamingo?" Now I think flamingos are in family groups, so you wouldn't want one.
Yeah.
You would need 2 flamingos. It's like guinea pigs. You can't have
You
one.
ideally want a flock.
You want a
should just
flock,
get a
yeah.
flock.
Yeah, just get a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
flock. It'll be fine. Yeah. And if you don't know, like flamingos get their pink color from the krill that they eat. So you might see white
Yeah.
flamingos because they're not eating the right krill. So you never know. Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that's really gross and kind of cool about flamingos, it's kind of metal actually. I'm gonna say it's metal.
Okay.
But the thing that they do when they're feeding their young is they
Oh yeah.
excrete this like red substance, and it's crop milk. So crop milk is basically just like the stuff that they like excrete out. I don't know, it's just really gross. Birds do it. And it looks like blood. So there are pictures of like,
It's from
these
their head,
flamingos.
right? It's not even like they're drinking it. Is it from their head or something?
I don't know why they
remember.
use their head. Oh no, do we crash?
Like, what do you mean?
Ah.
I don't. I'm okay.
Oh, no.
I'm live. We're still alive,
Oh,
right?
okay.
No, we're
I'm
fine.
back. I'm back.
You're back.
Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Yeah. I don't know why they do the thing with their heads. I think it's from their throats, but they like
Oh.
do it with their heads for some strange reason. But yeah.
Did we crash on Twitch? That's the thing.
Oh. Oops.
Oh no, we're fine. We're fine. We're still
We're
going.
fine. Okay.
We're still
Okay,
going.
cool.
So Mary Candace says humpback rails because of Star Trek. Is that 4? Yeah, 4. And then Kima says it would be a breed of falcon or bees. Well, bees are very important. Yeah.
Oh yeah, bees are super important.
Bees are very important. Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, gotta save the bees.
Yeah. This has been so much fun. Just chit chatting you, getting to know you. Can you tell everyone what you have, what you want to promote, what you want them to go check out?
Yeah, so Knockoff is my upcoming game. We talked a little bit about this, but Knockoff is a solo journaling game that is it's a horror game, of course, where you're playing a sort of like I wouldn't say disgruntled, but definitely like a fast fashion designer who's not getting enough recognition.
Yeah.
And so you are trying to create a cursed dress, and this cursed dress summons a demon, and this demon gives you all the recognition that you desire, everything that you want. However, it is at the expense of your friends, well, not really your family. There is a lot of family trauma in this game, so just keep an eye on that. But it is coming at the expense of your relationships. So you're getting a lot of the fame, the recognition, the money that you want, but at a cost. So yeah, that's coming out onto crowdfunding
April 9th.
April 9th. April 9th. Yes, you remembered.
I did. Mayor Canada has a question. Are you going to Dice Tower West?
No, I'm not, unfortunately. But I am going to. Sorry, I'm checking my notes. GaryCon.
There you
Next.
go. Yes. I think GaryCon's right after Dice Tower West, probably the same weekend as TCTC because it's in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
in 2 weeks. I need to prepare for that. I feel like I'm always so underprepared for conventions because I have to like run games. I'm running Revenant Society, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta prep. I gotta do a lot of stuff. I gotta print things. I have to GM.
I've
I even
never
know how to GM?
GM'd. Yeah, that's a skill on its own. Yeah, I've never GM'd.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I think that it's also a lot of prep work. So I'm just like, okay, gotta get myself ready for this. Gotta get ready to play with strangers. Gotta get, I don't know, gotta print stuff and pack stuff. It's a lot.
Yeah. Kima, yes, GaryCon is TTRPG centric. So is Banana, though. Banana is very much TTRPG centric as well, even though they do play a lot of board games and have, worked on board games. But yeah. But Kima says, in an alternate world, what would be your profession?
Oh, I mean, like screenwriting right now is fun. I really like that. I feel like I could probably do that for a very long time. So yeah, I would say I'm doing the things I love doing, so I enjoy it. But if it was like alternate reality, I'm trying to think what's like similar to that but very different. uh,
You would never write a musical, right? Would you?
Oh,
be,
no. I don't like musicals. I'm not a musical fan, but maybe if it's an alternate version, then like maybe I love musicals. Maybe
Yeah.
I am a musical
writer.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't-
What do I do? I
So,
don't know anything about
okay.
musicals.
On that like line of questioning, do you have other hobbies? Like, what kind of hobbies do you like to do besides like board gaming and writing?
I love movies. So like movies 100%. That's why I love screenwriting so much because it's like I love movies so much. And I just love that as a medium. I also love like tabletop role-playing games. Like that's just like a really fun medium. Other than that, what are my hobbies that I don't work with? Oh,
Yeah.
I like to feed crows. Is that a hobby or is
Yeah.
that just like a thing I do?
Well, they
I like to
remember
go
you
to therapy.
too. They remember you too. Like, I mean, therapy is great, but yeah, but crows remember you. Like, they'll know who's been mean to them and who's
Yeah.
been nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they follow me sometimes. It's really
Aw.
fun. So yeah, like I remember because when I go on my walks, when I like feed them and stuff, there'd be like a whole flock just like flying next to me, flying by me. It's really cool.
Wow.
Herb, every time he sees me, he's just like, oh my God, it looks like the Crow, the movie. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, they're not hurting you. They're not hurting me.
Yeah.
They're just like they just like flying very close to me. It's really cute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mary Candace says better feed the crows than eat crow. That's true. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kima says be careful though. They do carry diseases as with all birds. But I feel like
That's true.
it's so on brand for your like horror theme, like that whole world. I feel like that is like so on brand for you. To like just have a whole flock of crows like follow you on your walks.
They're such sweet animals. They're really cute. Yes, I have slowed down on like feeding them lately just because of the bird flu stuff.
Yeah.
But when I did feed them a lot, yeah, they were just like really sweet, and they would just like walk with me. Like sometimes they would like stop flying and just like hop along, because I think that's like easier for them to get peanuts that way. Because I feed them peanuts.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
also love dog food, like dry
Oh,
dog food.
interesting.
They love that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, Kima says they're scavengers. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's how they survive. That they're smart people, smart birds that survive. Yeah, and yes, a group of
Yeah.
crows is a murder, which is also on
Mhm.
brand. So
Yeah. And a group of ravens is a different name, but I
oh,
gotta remember what it is. Wait, what is it? It's like it's something cool. It's like a group of ravens is called unkindness.
that's so interesting. It's called
Yeah,
unkindness. Oh wow. Okay, that's
yeah.
interesting. But thank you
Yeah.
so much, Banana. So much
Thank
for joining us.
you.
This stream has been sponsored by Violet Daisy Games and Pink Tiger Games. So thank you to them both for allowing me to do this. And it was a lot of fun. I got to know you a bit more. But don't worry, Banana's gonna come back because we're gonna check out her new game when it comes onto I'm about to say Kickstarter when it comes onto BackerKit April
Yes.
9th. Yes.
Yes.
So
Thank you
yeah.
so much for having me.
Of course, this has been great. Let's for those on Twitch, we need to go and raid someone. So let me know who we should raid. And then we will talk about I just to let like Banana, do you have any other streams or podcasts you're gonna be on anytime soon?
Oh, great question. So, Danny and I have just started our own podcast called Spooky Asian Club, and we had actually not announced anything just yet. This is the first time we're announcing it, and I should have probably checked in with Danny first about this, but here we go. We have a new podcast. It's called Spooky Asian Club, where we talk about spooky Asian movies, scary Asian movies. But we also talk about other movies. We talk about like, movies that we've seen recently. We also talk about scary experiences that we've had with the supernatural. And so, yeah, that's coming out soon. May. I think it's in May. I think we're doing something in May. We're releasing it maybe.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. And if you don't know, that's Danny Quash, who is the marketing person behind Ravensburger. Not
Yes.
Danny with two eyes, which is Danny Lowe, who's behind Flat River Group. And not Danny with one eye, who is the Danny from Sovereignty. So there's multiple Dannys around. This is Danny
Yeah.
with a Y. Two N's and a Y, Quash. Who's amazing, so fun. Yeah, who's currently having fun without us.
I know. I'm very jealous. In the
Very jealous.
sun.
Yeah, on a cruise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jealous.
Oh, Mayor Canada says is everything everywhere all at once scary?
No, it's not scary.
Okay,
I
good.
mean, it depends on what your definition of scary is, I guess. I guess scary is very subjective. So
Yeah.
there are scary moments. There are existential moments. I would say that
Uh,
there's definitely some moments of like uh, hopelessness
mm,
and hopefulness.
okay.
It's primarily hopeful.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, it's a very sweet story. Honestly, I think that it's more about like it's more about family drama and how we interact with each other in like a family environment. So it's more about like an Asian family and just like intergenerational stuff.
Cool.
Uh, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
awesome. For me, I am going to Dice Tower West, and then I'll be at TCTC, and we will be demoing Popcat Spiders, over there in Vancouver. So Tuesday I will be streaming, and then I'll probably be on hiatus. Hit the notification bell on YouTube and Twitch, and then you'll know when I go live. Because I might just randomly pop in with Anna Maria or something. But Tuesday, I think it's gonna be a sad stream because I'm gonna have to pull games to Cole and sell at Dice Tower West. So I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah. Thank you once again, Banana. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Stay safe and be kind to one another. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.